Hey everybody. Not here today, obviously. So I want to finish up this review as you work or are about to start your quiz. And fortunately, we're on the backside. The backside is way easier as far as the particular problems. Hopefully, you guys studied the front side last night and you guys are geared up and ready. So I want to finish number 14. I didn't do this with third period, did it with fourth period, and then we're going to finish up the last one. So number 14. It says, what's the probability of 2 pepperoni pieces? So again, like I've said over and over again, you're doing multiple events, you multiply events. Okay, here's the difference between number 11 and 12, and then of course 13 and 14. You're grabbing a piece of pizza out of this box. Okay, there was 3 plus 7, 10 plus 5, 15 of them, like we calculated yesterday. You reach into this box of 15. How many were pepperonis? 7. So I've got 7 out of 15, but then I eat that piece. Okay, it's gone. So I go back to the box. How many pieces of pizza are now in the box? Well, it's dwindled down to 14. But even more specifically, because you're doing the same type of pizza, there's not 7 pieces of pepperoni anymore. There's only 6. So you're going to do 7 over 15 times 6 over 14. Now, I want you guys using your calculator as we do these. Remember, if you use alpha, y equals number 1, and you use your fraction bar, when it multiplies, it will also reduce, and this one is 1/5. 1/5. All right? So that's all of those. Now let's move into number 15. Number 15, again, there's one that's like this problem on the quiz, where it's helpful to use those things we call Venn diagrams. So let me draw a Venn diagram real quick. Here's what we're dealing with. There's 318 sophomores, 140 are taking Algebra 2. So we got some who are taking Algebra 2, and then 102 are taking chemistry. So we have some who are taking chemistry. 26 of those are taking both Algebra 2 and chemistry. So I've got 26 who are right there, smack dab in the middle. Now I like to do some figuring. If 140 are taking Algebra 2, but 26 of those are taking both, how many are only taking Algebra 2? Well, 140 minus 26 is 114. So 114 are taking Algebra 2 only. It said 102 are taking chemistry. Again, subtract 26. How many people are just taking chemistry? 102 minus 26 is 76. Okay, so I've got everything kind of narrowed down. Let's see what this question asks. If a sophomore is chosen at random, find the probability that they are taking Algebra 2. Okay, so probability that they're taking Algebra 2. If it is known that, or given that, they are also taking chemistry. So look, guys, we always want to focus on our given that. And our given that here is that they're taking chemistry. So look right here. How many are in this circle of people who are taking chemistry? Well, it's all those, right? It's 26 plus 76. It was the 102 that they told me. Now, from that blue dot, forget everything else, but from this blue circle, how many of those are taking Algebra 2? 26. So it's 26 over 102. Again, type it into your calculator, alpha y equals number 1. If it reduces, it'll do it for you. And sure enough, this one does go down to 13 over 51. Okay, so not too hard, and the one on the quiz shouldn't be too hard either. So let's move along to these last two. They're both fairly simple. Remember, this given that is very significant, okay? Very significant. You don't see it on A. It just says, hey, what's the probability that a male owns an Android? So what will be my bottom number on A? Well, there's no given that. If there's no given that, my bottom number is everybody. So grab your calculator, go 34 plus 19 plus 30 plus 42, you get 125 people. So on A, since there's no given that, since it doesn't zoom in on our data, we're focused on everybody, 125 people. Now, of everybody, how many are males who own Androids? 34. See that? 34. So 34 out of 125. Now, will that reduce? I tried it in my calculator earlier. It does not. Okay, so look at the next one. B. What's the probability that they use an Apple phone given that they are male? So our focus is all of this category of males. 34 plus 30. 64 is my bottom number. Now, of those 64, now we go to our probability. What's the probability that it's an Apple user? Well, that's 30. 30 out of 64. Those are both even, so for sure they're going to reduce. Type it in your calculator. It reduces to 15 over 32. 15 over 32. And the last one from this particular group of problems or data, it says, hey, what's the probability that it's female given that they use an Android? So my focus is my Android category. That's 34 plus 19, which is 53. Now from that category that I've highlighted, the Android users, how many are female? 19. So you can check that. I'm pretty sure 19 and 53 are both prime numbers and won't reduce, but again, feel free to type that in your calculator and check. Okay, number 17. 17 has a little bit more as far as problems, but again, we are looking for given that's. See, no given that on A, no given that on B. We have a given that here on C, E, and D. Okay, so what does that mean for A? It means my bottom number is everybody, everybody. So I have to tally all that up, okay? I know it'll take a second, but tally up all these numbers, 46 plus 38 plus 28 plus 28 plus 29 plus 22. You get 191. 191 is my big number, okay, everybody. Now, out of everyone, who won a U.S. bronze medal? U.S. bronze medal was 29 out of 191. Double check that, see if it reduces. It doesn't, okay? We move on. Now the next one might be a little tricky for some of you guys. It says, well, what's the probability you want a gold or a silver? Well, aren't these all the gold and these all the silver? Then that's your top number. Again, remember, this is not given, there's no given that. So this is out of everyone. So I'm still going to have 191 in the bottom. But for the top, those who won a gold or silver medal are all of those. So grab your calculator, 46 plus 38 plus 28 plus 28 is 140. Check and see if 140 over 191 reduces. I'm pretty sure it does not. Okay, moving along. Probability that it's silver given that it's from China. So we are focused right here on those who won a medal from China. So my bottom number is going to be all those people. So 38 plus 28 plus 22, I got 88. 88 people from China won a medal. Now from that group, how many won silver? Well, that is 28. I know that one will reduce. So 28 over 88 reduces down to 7 over 22. Pretty easy, right? I hope you guys agree. You'll have a couple of those on the quiz, and I think you'll do really well. Look at the next one. U.S., given that it's gold. So we're looking right here at this category of those who won gold. 46 plus 38 is 84 people. Now, out of those who won gold, how many are U.S.? That's what we're looking for. That's 46. So 46 over 84 reduces to 23 out of 42. And last one, China, given that it's not silver. Okay, now that's a little bit tricky. What is not silver? Well, isn't all the gold not silver? Isn't all the bronze not silver? So my bottom number is going to be 46 plus 38 plus 22 plus 29. That's 135 is my bottom number. Now, from those we've highlighted, from those that are not silver, how many are from China? 38 plus 22. 38 plus 22 is 60. So it's 60 out of 135. So that one was a little tricky. Hopefully you guys understood that one. But that will reduce to 4 out of 9. And there you have it, okay? That is your review. So listen, you're about to take the quiz. You need to have a calculator, a pencil, and I'm even going to let you leave this review on your desk. Now, with that being said, I want this review to be turned in with your quiz when you're finished, but you can use it. Don't spend so much time looking for a problem that's identical to it and then find yourself not being able to finish. You should be able to finish. It's only 16 questions. You should be able to finish with the time allotted. So we're going to turn this video off. You guys are going to get out your pencil, calculator, and review. Clear your desk of everything else except that, and you're going to take your quiz. I hope you guys do great.